Hello everyone, welcome to the online church of New Heaven Baptist Church. In this place we share help you can become better every day. So welcome again to the online church of New Heaven Baptist Church, and I hope you will get something great today. Today we're starting a series called Everyday Life Series. And we want to share from God's word how you can become better and how you can make better decisions and how you can live your best life every day. So you are welcome again. Today we're looking at the topic, God has something better for you. God has something better for you. And we'll be looking at the book of Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11 actually tells you the story of great men that did great things through the faith which they had in God. So for example, you have the story of Abraham, you have the story of Abel, you have the story of Sarah, you have this different story of people who did great things through faith. And I was amazed that, wow, with the story of Abraham, do we need any other story or anyone to come and share with us, the great things, God has done in their life? But as I studied through the book of Hebrews, I got to chapter 40, and that was what turned my life around. Verse 40 says, "For God has something better in mind for us, so that they will not reach perfection without us." And so the word actually I'm looking at or focusing today, or the phrase is, God has something better for you. Or another version puts it this way, God has something better in mind for you. What is the emphasis of today's study? It tells me that no matter what has happened in my life, whether my successes, whether my regrets, whether my disappointment, whether failures, or whatever exploit I've made in life, or whatever the situation is now, the truth is this, God has something better in mind still for you and also for me. So what that actually enables you to do, it enables you to trust God the more, it enables you to see beyond what you have today and whatever you have achieved even in life. Now let me say this, that what we are looking at is not actually a motivational talk, so you just receive it and just run and say, oh, God has something better in mind. The question is, what do I need to do for me to receive that which God has in mind for me? Because faith without works, is dead. So what are the steps I need to take for me to know that God has something better in mind for me? So write this down if you're following. Number one, you must read God's word daily. I used to think that reading God's word was just for story or was just for fun. No. You read God's word daily, you discover something new, and you discover that something better God has for you every day. So I will encourage you to read God's word every day. And as you read this word every day, look out for something new He has for you. Look out for something new He wants to do in your life. Look out for something new He wants to tell you about your life and about those around you. Number two, pray every day. Prayer is not just asking from the Lord. Prayer is also God revealing the things He has in mind for you. In fact, prayer makes you to see the better things God has for you, not just for today, even for tomorrow. Thirdly, have fellowship every day. One of the things I think has discouraged a lot of people from knowing that God has something better for them is that they live alone, they do things alone, they are just alone in everything. But I want to encourage you, build godly fellowship. And with Christians, with people, that we encourage you and build your faith. Number four, this is very important. Give yourself to hard work or smart work. Give yourself to hard work. Don't stop giving your best. Don't stop doing those things you are doing, because there's something better God has for you. And the fifth one, I think this is very, very important. See things from God's perspective. When you see things from God's perspective, you will know that God has something better in mind for you. Now, for someone, we may be asking, Pastor, are you sure God has something better in mind for me? Look at what I'm going through. Look at the things that has happened in my life and the situation that I am today. In fact, the year is already coming to my end. Does God actually have something better for me? The answer to that is yes, God has something better for you. Why? Because no matter how good or bad your past might be, can I tell you that your future is still far better than your past? So believe me and believe God to know that he has something better in mind for you. So as you go into today, and as you whatever you are planning to do this week, or whatever you are planning to do this month, or before the end of this year, have this word in your mind, Hebrews 11:40, that God has something better for you. In fact, you can put it this way: God has something better in mind for you. So run with this, and as you go into your everyday life, know that God has something better in mind for you. Thank you. I hope you got something from my Everyday Life series, and I hope to see you next time when we share what God has in mind for you. God bless you, and see you next time. Thank you.